What's up, super fans? It is Fit Nerd from Superheroes Ultimate. Welcome to another episode of Heroes Finest, where we discuss, review, and reveal the latest and the greatest in the superhero realm. And today we're going to be discussing the season finale of WandaVision. We're going to be talking about Agatha. We're going to be talking about Vision. We're going to be talking about Wanda, Speed, Wiccan, Quicksilver. Who is he? We're going to talk about Vision. If this is your first time here, smash the subscribe button, give us a like, turn on the notifications, and this is your spoiler warning right here. If you have not seen the episode, if you have not seen the finale, if you have not seen the epicness of WandaVision, then now's your time to escape this reality. Alright, let's dive in. I've got to admit that of all Marvel shows or movies or anything MCU related, this show has sparked so many different types of theories, the most I've ever seen ever on any type of show or movie. And really what this is one, if you watch all of the episodes, and you could very well just binge it, it feels like a very long movie.
Oh, surprise! This is actually, lucky you, a love story.
So let's break down what happened in the season finale, tying in everything that we've seen in the series so far. The episode starts off exactly where the last episode left off. So if you tie them in together, it's basically like a 1 hour episode.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
I felt like this whole episode they were just delivering reveal after reveal after reveal, and it didn't feel so convoluted. It actually flowed very well. A lot of our theories were definitely completely thrown out the window.
An entire chapter devoted to you in the Darkhold. That's the Book of the Damned.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a lot of the theories that just didn't match up, this didn't happen, because the epicness of this episode with the battles, the effects, and how we're swinging back to centralizing and focusing on what this show is actually on, which is Wanda and Vision. And they actually balanced out the villains, which is a witch versus a witch and a synthezoid versus a synthezoid. And I like the little tiny nod of Wizard of Oz that you put in there, Marvel. I caught on to that. Personally, I believe that Agatha has just got a bad rep, and she's considered the Wicked Witch. She's not completely wicked, but she did have her own self-interest in why she wanted the power from Wanda. We actually get a big reveal as to Quicksilver and who he really is, and it turns out that this is Ralph, which is the husband that Agatha kept on talking about. But I still don't believe that this is an ordinary person from Westview. There's still this tiny little bit of chance that he could be the Quicksilver from the Fox universe, and I'm hoping that is the case, that he is still the Fox universe Quicksilver, and it might be revealed in the Doctor Strange movie, Multiverse of Madness. Yes, he was under the control of Agatha with the beads around his neck, but that doesn't explain the ability of his speed. I'm hoping this will be answered later on in future time, whether in a season 2 or the movie Doctor Strange. Then we get Hayward versus Jimmy Woo. I absolutely applaud Marvel as far as giving us even more love for Age of Ultron, giving us more love for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and even a little bit more love for Thor Dark World. We got more Darcy, we got more Jimmy Woo. Hayward ended up being typical government military douchebag. Wiccan and Speed using their powers against the military. As far as big reveals on this show, as far as who Dottie was Mephisto behind all of it, none of those ended up coming to reality. Everything was caused by Wanda. Even the creation of Vision, although the part of Vision being created from Wanda and nothingness, it is very well explained that a piece of the Mind Stone was imbued with her when she first encountered it, when she volunteered with Hydra. So that means when the stone spoke to her, a little piece of the Mind Stone was actually imbued into her, and it was released when she created the Vision. So the Vision that was walking around was actually still the Vision, the good, emotional, loving Vision that we all fell in love with from Age of Ultron and Infinity War. Vision versus Vision. Apparently the whole cameo that Paul Bettany was talking about, that he's always wanted to work with ended up being working with himself in the entire scene about the Theseus philosophical, metaphysical debate, acknowledging that the vision that was put back together and now is all in spectral form from the West Coast Avengers is actually our vision. And all of the data that was in his head that aren't really memories, they're data, are still there. And now he does know who he is. And we had that I am Iron Man realization where he said, I am the Vision. He has identified himself as the original Vision. Now, I kept on rewatching this scene where Hex Vision goes in and tampers with his mind to unlock it, similarly like he was doing to all the people within Westview and unlocking all of the people and seeing the realization that Wanda was controlling them. Since he indeed has some of the power of the Mind Stone, not to its full extent, but he does have a piece of the Mind Stone and was created from a piece of the Mind Stone, that he was able to just go into his original body and unlock that coding, unlock that data, which explains why at the end when Wanda was saying goodbye to Vision and Vision says that someday we may just say hello again, it could just mean that that Vision will go out and search for her again, or that Wanda will encounter him in future time. Regardless of it, this is not the original Vision. He just has the data. He knows that it's his body. He has all of the memories, and not really memories, they're data, of the original Vision. But like I've stated in the last video, this is the synthezoid that doesn't possess the capability of love or the emotions that the Vision with the Mind Stone had. This one does not have the Mind Stone, and it is the full synthezoid, and everything is an analytical thinking machine. So yes, there is a huge possibility that we will see Wanda encountering this Vision once again, but not to the capabilities of them having a full-blown relationship and falling in love again. I just don't see that happening, since this is the West Coast Avengers synthezoid version, Spectral Vision. Now, is there a slight chance that the MCU can utilize that when Hexed Vision touched onto his forehead and we saw the little tiny thing in his forehead turned from blue to yellow just for a split second, that he may have uploaded a piece of him, which is an actual small piece of the Mind Stone? That is a possibility. I doubt it. I think he just used his ability just like he did on everyone else. But again, we shall see in the future if they ever want to travel down that rabbit hole and really bring back the original Vision. But I don't think they're going to do that, and I'm okay with it, because the old school Vision that I grew up with, and even in the video game, the Avengers arcade old school game, some of you may know what I'm talking about, but that is the Vision that I knew. I used to read the West Coast Avengers growing up as a kid, so the Vision that I grew up with was this Vision, which is the emotionalist one, which I'm super stoked to see, because this could lead to the actual West Coast Avengers, maybe with Hawkeye, with Wanda, with Monica Rambeau, and form an Avengers team of their own. And as far as the deaths in the series, me expecting the kids to die in some sort of way, they kind of did, but they were completely fabricated to life by Wanda's powerful chaos magic. So technically they never died, because they were never truly alive to begin with. They were just fabrications or an illusion of a reality that Wanda built. And as I figured, since it was going to be on a Disney show, they were not going to go the gruesome route and make some weird guy with kid arms, but the artistic way that they said goodbye to their OG Vision, to Wiccan and Speed, what an emotional way to say goodbye. This was just fantastic the way they did it. Captain Monica Rambeau gets to use some of her powers in this show. We got to see her using her spectral vision to take off the beads off of the bootleg boner Quicksilver.
Boner.
And we got to see her use her photon ability when she stopped and slowed down the bullets from hurting the kids. And it seems like Monica Rambeau's powers are being put together from all of her abilities that we've seen in various versions of her in the comics, and they're combining them all into one character. So is she going to be considered Captain Rambeau Photon? I don't know. I don't know which name they're going to completely decide on officially calling her, just like the name drop of Scarlet Witch. and Vision. Those are their official superhero names. As for now, she's still gonna be Captain Monica Rambeau. And of course, this wouldn't be a complete finale if we didn't get some cool post-credit scenes. And yes, there's more than one post-credit scene. One of them with Monica, which is officially going to go up and team up with Nick Fury and the Skrull and the Secret Invasion. We're definitely going to see Monica Rambeau in the future working alongside Nick Fury. And the second post-credit scene, which I got a total Doctor Strange vibe, and I did get a Doctor Strange vibe throughout the entire episode, like Agatha bargaining with Wanda and offering her the ability to keep her little reality to herself if she were to surrender her chaos ability, or the fact that Wanda actually tricked Agatha into thinking that she was gonna actually keep her abilities when in fact she actually did all those ruins around. The magic blast that she was missing was actually creating them in the background, which is very similar to what Doctor Strange did to Dormammu in the loop scene. And then the biggest similarity was towards the end, where she was actually outside in her physical body, showing that she is actually quite stronger. Like Agatha said, she is stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Her power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme.
Because she is consciously awake in her body, making a cup of tea, walking around while her astral form at the same exact time, not sleeping like Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange, when he was studying the books, he did it while he was sleeping in a meditative state and then jumped out of his body in astral form, studying book after book after book to become the Sorcerer Supreme. Wanda is so OP that she can be awake and be in astral form at the same exact time, studying the Book of Chthon, which is finally confirmed that this is the Darkhold, and the Darkhold is the book made by Chthon. So she is going to awaken the being Chthon, and this could lead to actually having Mephisto. I am still unsure which way the MCU is going to go about it, but Chthon is definitely a villain that they're going to be unleashing, because this is his book that Wanda is learning from and learning his abilities, and since she is the Nexus being, we're going to be in a heap of trouble when it comes to the multiverse of madness. And since Wanda basically just trapped Agatha living as Agnes again in Westview, she will go back and get her when she needs her. And Agatha does say, you have no idea what you have just released and you're gonna need my help. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see all of the beings with magical ability, which is Wanda, Doctor Strange, and Agatha, all working in the same movie of the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm hoping this is where they drop a lot of the Easter eggs or some name drops with the Fantastic Four. So we didn't get any Fantastic Four action here. There were no characters that came to light. They're probably going to save that for the movie. And if we don't see it in the movie, just like in this series, where we had a lot of theories of Mephisto or Chthon showing up, none of them showed up. And you know what? I'm still very satisfied with the show because of how they did the battles, how they did the reveals, and they gave us so much character development for all these characters that we actually appreciate them even from the past movies that didn't get so much love, like Age of Ultron or Thor Dark World or Ant-Man and the Wasp, like the lowest loved movies in MCU. Not that they weren't bad movies by any means, but they just didn't get the same attention as all the other ones. And now because of this show, you actually have more love for them. I give this show definitely a 9 out of 10 rating. Well worth the watch. I'm probably just gonna binge the whole thing, that way it seems like a WandaVision movie. Now, what do you guys think about the episode? What did you hate about it? What did you love about it the most? What answers did you not get that you still want some answers for? Mine for sure is the part about Pietro, Ralph Boner. That's one of my biggest questions. They kind of just left it out there, and I really hope that Marvel just doesn't leave us hanging with that, because that would be pretty messed up. Do you guys think this is going to actually lead to a West Coast Avengers of some sort? And do you guys think that Wanda finally learned her lesson, that she has some real OP power and she must use it responsibly? Or is she going to go in and try to harness her powers even further by learning all of the spells and magic from the Book of Chthon, the Darkhold, and try it again? I think that would set up the movie for Doctor Strange. But given the fact that she did hear the voices of her children, means that they are still somewhere around, and that there is still a possibility that these were pieces of Mephisto that she pulled out from the chaos magic, and that may actually introduce another villain. So those two villains are still floating around as possibilities, but I want to hear your theories. I want to hear your ideas. Drop them in the comments below. You guys know what to do. Smash the subscribe button, give us a like, turn on the notifications, and if you guys want to support the channel and get some cool apparel and collectibles, check out our shop in the description below. Until next, superfans, this is Fit Nerd, over and out.